So, did a meditation session, breathing techniques, everything. Now, I'm not in my normal environment. I'm at my parents' house, the house I grew up in. As you can tell, this is my place. I don't know if that shot like a good camera angle. However, I still did my yoga, my daily routine, which is good because the weekends is a little harder to do, especially in the mornings. However, I'm realizing that me wanting to be home, me longing to be home, isn't necessarily because I feel better here. I think this is my escape. I think coming back home allows me to be a kid. Allows me to fall back into that role that I was in for the majority of my life. I mean, until I was 18. Probably until I was like 21, until I actually started living in Radford. So it's only been 3 years. 26 now, so maybe 4. But I'm realizing that the desire, the want, the need to come back here is to be taken care of, is to be coddled, is to be protected. Not necessarily because I feel like I should come back because I miss my parents, and I do. But it's to escape my reality. I realized this after my dad and I routinely have our talks of, his ideas on where my life should go and my ideas on where my life is going and what I think to do with it, what I plan to do with it. And of course, people have different ideas. Someone thinks their idea is better, another person thinks their idea is better. And compromise is usually how things work. But not with life goals, not with life decisions. I mean, if you compromise on your beliefs, then you compromise your integrity. And I'm not talking integrity as in the word, it's your integrity means everything, but your integrity as a person, your integrity to yourself, to your being, the integrity of a structure. If it's compromised, you have to rebuild, or you have to reinforce that structure. But to a soul, once that integrity is compromised, how do you reinforce a soul? How do you reinforce a being? You can't just add on. I mean, you can, but it's cracked. Do you find yourself? How do you do that? And I think that's what I'm looking for before I allow myself to be cracked. And maybe I have been cracked. Maybe all this is just me wanting to rebuild myself. Me wanting to reconstruct my soul. Who knows? All I know is that my breathing techniques didn't go the way I wanted to. I tried, didn't have the courage to fall. I didn't have anything to help expand my diaphragm. From what I read, very little. I tried that technique and it didn't necessarily help me. Well, I'll take that back. When I say it didn't necessarily help me, it didn't help me in the fact that I didn't get long breaths. I didn't max maybe 20 seconds max, right? I'm talking about 20 seconds from when I actually took a breath, and by the time I touched the button, it paused the clock. So maybe you're looking at 17 and 19. But I found serenity. I mean, I didn't find that spacious darkness feeling I normally get, or tingling all over the body, but I did find like a calming, happy wave sensation that I was fine with. I don't feel like because I couldn't achieve my breaths, I couldn't achieve those cycles, the desired outcome was bad. I mean, the desired outcome is to make you feel a certain way. I'd assume so, right? It makes you feel a certain way after these breaths that help you find peace, and that's what happened. I mean, I found peace, I found unhappiness, I found happiness again. I mean, I started moving, started jamming out to go play. And so I think I found the benefit without actually truly hitting the patterns. Again, I have no idea. I have to talk to the person himself, read up on it, and see what it means, what if you achieve the outcome of actually following through the process, but not, I don't know. I'm going on. I'm rambling. Yeah. Meditation again. It's my visualization is getting a lot better. Not in the aspect of how I'm supposed to think of a certain like spark, right? Think of it as the all spark for the Autobots, how it goes in you and goes in them and kind of, it's their soul, right? I think that's what the all spark is, assuming. For me, I imagine kind of a shard, kind of like a quartz, right? Really, it's a shard that you see in, if you played Star Wars Knights of the Republic, you have to build your lightsabers. There's a shard right there. You put in the lightsaber. That's the crystal that allows everything to happen. So imagine that crystal. And as we're supposed to imagine it getting bigger and bigger, it's been hard these past couple days, except for today where that crystal shone true and then went away. And I saw myself holding it in my hand and it just broke into dust, and I was trying to pick up the pieces. And I was so unhappy that I pulled back my robe. Now, in my past meditation sessions, the hooded or robed figure was someone I didn't know. And it looked like to be me. I mean, this hooded figure had lightning in his eyes and was electrifying the world, and apparently that's me. I mean, that's what I saw as soon as you took out the figure. I mean, I thought there was long hair, but it was my hair. And I was angry or enraged that the crystal was gone, and lightning just ripped out through my mouth, my eyes, engulfed my body. I came back to myself sitting in that lotus position, and lightning was just around. I kind of imagine the Inner Fire app, the logo of the guy, how there's stuff around him, and that was kind of like me, lightning just flying as the guided meditation kept saying, imagine the light getting bigger and bigger. The lightning kept getting bigger and bigger, shooting through the earth, shooting around with every breath. It got larger. I attacked the moon. I zapped it, destroyed it. I must imagine that way of being destroyed in movies, but if I didn't, it was pretty cool the way I destroyed the moon. Just one zap of lightning. And then I couldn't. It's as if I didn't want to zap the sun. I thought about it. It's like the lightning should go to the sun now. I just couldn't, because if I zap the sun, we all die. So I hesitated in my head. From that, we were back. I was back in my own body, back in my robe body, and the type of robe I was wearing was very similar to these books I read as a kid. It was Rastalin, the sickly mage, but he wore a crimson red robe. But then that disappeared, and I was in a desert tattooing Star Wars, and then I was what's his name, Finn, except his face changed to mine, and then it all faded away. It was interesting to know that there's a rage inside me. There's a lightning inside me. And something talking about lightning is little, but there's the freaking storm. I mean, it just wants to shoot out and destroy. Maybe not destroy, but it's just so powerful I can't contain it. However, I did, because I didn't want to destroy the sun. I didn't want all life to end. I mean, it would with the moon being destroyed because of the way it affects our planet. But it was just interesting to find out that I am that hooded figure, the rogue figure. To find out that I have the lightning inside my eyes. That I contain it because I'm afraid of what it can do. Interesting.